All right, thank you. Welcome to another teaching, which is the continuation of the previous one, which was morpheme. Today, we are going to look at types of morphemes. Types of morphemes. All right, there are two types of morphemes. There are two types of morphemes. Number one, free morphemes. Number two, bound morpheme. All right, let's proceed. A free morpheme, let's say free morphemes are words that can stand as independent words. That means they can stand on their own without adding anything. They are what? Independent. They are free, they will stand. They have what we call principal meaning. They have what we call content meaning. They can stand on their own and function. Whether they are verb, whether they are noun, anyhow they stand, they appear, or adjectives, they are what? Free morpheme. They can stand on their own. All right. But before I begin to give you examples, uh, free morphemes are further divided again into two. But I will also like to appeal that because of space, I will not be able to cover the second one, which is this bound morpheme. In my next teaching or video, I'm going to cover bound morpheme, but today I will teach only the free morpheme. Free morpheme. All right, thank you for your understanding. Watch out for the next video, which will be what? Bound morpheme. All right, so as I said, they can be further divided into two categories, which are, that means a free morpheme can as well be divided into two categories, which are, so either you call it lexical or content morphemes. All right, lexical or content morpheme. Lexical means it has the meaning, content. It means anything we say or that word that appear, it carries the meaning by itself. Let me not further bring more. Then functional or grammatical morphemes. It means it's just those small words that are put in between the content word to help them. Are you getting it? I will give you examples later. So let me not juggle two things together. So number one is what? Lexical morpheme. If you cannot call it lexical morpheme, you call it what? Content morpheme. It means it carried its meaning by itself. Once you see it, you know the meaning without adding any other thing to it. Why the second one is functional or grammatical morphemes. I told you functional or grammatical morphemes are those little words like articles that will further help what? That further help content morpheme or that further help content words. Don't be confused. All right, so let me go back a bit again. There are two types of morphemes, which are free morphemes and bound morpheme. And today we are only going to teach free morpheme. And free morphemes are further divided into two, which are what? Either you call the content morpheme or lexical morpheme or functional morpheme. So let us choose word I will be calling it for today. I would prefer to call it content morpheme or functional morpheme. All right. So the next is that we are quickly going to go into lexical morpheme, because under lexical morpheme, I will now give you examples. All right. So lexical morpheme carry content word, or they are found in parts of speech. Like example now, if we say parts of speech, some people say parts of speech are 7, but I normally say they are 8. So now it means content morpheme are found in some parts of speech. And these parts of speech that they are found in are what? The open class. Open class. Let's get there without taking much time. So now lexical morpheme are found in parts of speech like noun, adverb, main verb, or adjective. So let's number them. Let's say 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it means the functional morphemes will be found in 3 or thereabout. All right, let's proceed. So it means content morpheme, as I choose to be calling it today, content morpheme can as well be called lexical morphemes, can be found in either noun, adverb, main verb, or in adjectives. Examples, we have slow, calm, man, break, cheer, lazy, and kind. Now, these words belongs to this group. For example, now is a cheer. A cheer is a noun. Uh, Verb, we have come. Adverb, we have slow. Adjective, we have kind and lazy. So you can see now adjectives are lazy, kind, while adverb we have slow, main verb we have come, while man and cheer they are uh, nouns. So this is example, or these are examples of what? Content morpheme, content morphemes or lexical morpheme. Remember, they are what? Independent. Independent. They don't depend on anything. All these things you see. Why do we call them content morpheme or lexical morpheme? For example, if you say slow, you already understood what slow is. It does not depend on another thing to give it further meaning. While chill, we already know is something that we can sit and is a noun. Lazy means someone that is not up and doing, that slacks behind. So that is lazy. Then kind, it means someone who has a good virtue. In fact, sometimes we say a philanthropist or someone who is accommodating. That is what? An adjective. So you see, they are content words. They are lexical words. They are content words. When we hear it, we know they are meaning. And again, they can stand on their own. If we say now, let us remove maybe K from kind, we have done damage to it. Therefore, it cannot stand on its own. It becomes a damaged word or a damaged segment. But we define morpheme as a segment of any language or a language that can stand on its own and convey a meaning or a meaningful meaning as a unit. But once it's been tampered with, or we decide to remove maybe later y from this lazy, you observe that we have done damage to it. It is no longer a morpheme. And remember, morpheme came from the word morphology. Morphology is defined as what? Science of word formation. So at the same time as is defined as science of word formation, then morphology is a process by which we form words. Remember I told you morphology gave birth to what? Affixation, infix, suffix, prefix, or prefixes, as the case may be. All right, so now there is something that is very, very important to this in this teaching that I would like to draw your attention to. Under this free morpheme, you say they belongs to open class system that permit addition of new words. Now that means in a noun can and it will always contain and accept, admit new words. For example, if somebody created anything called a word and decided to call it a name of anything, it goes to what? A noun. Maybe there was a time we are not familiar with people bearing some names like bush, black, stone, and so on. But immediately people start bearing them, they are now being absorbed or integrated into the class of noun, which is what? An open class. Adjective as well, adjective can accommodate new words, but there are some parts of speech that cannot contain or accept new word. For example, I say articles and determinants cannot accept new word, more especially articles. There are only three articles, which is the, a, and an. Why the is a definite article, a and an are indefinite article. Nothing can be added to that class of parts of speech. But some people say articles are not parts of speech, but me, I say they are parts of speech. So you can see now that this one belongs to what? Open class. Even if you check verb, we can still add some things. Dictionary has been are always updated. We update it or they update it to maybe from one edition to another. Why are they updating it? Is because there are new words that are coming up, and there are some words also that are being eliminated. So most of the new words or all the new words must be integrated or are integrated into what? The open class system. The open class system permits addition of new words. So there are things or some words that we may not be privileged to speak today, while those words will be invented tomorrow and they will be integrated into what? Open class system. So the next is functional morphemes. So under free morphemes, there are what? Uh, Two types under them, which is what? Content morpheme and functional morpheme. So functional morphemes are made up of what? Grammatical word class of pronoun, auxiliary verbs, conjunction, preposition, and articles. For example, let us use pronouns. Pronouns, nothing can be added to the class of pronouns. Pronoun example, he, she, him, her, his, himself, herself, themselves, ourselves. Nothing again can be added, itself, it. Nothing again can be added to the class of these ones. Why auxiliary verb, things like are, was, is, and so on. There are a lot of them. There is nothing that can be added to them. So under these functional morphemes, they further help what? Content morpheme in a sentence. They further help content morpheme. That is just their work. They further help what? Content morpheme. That means functional morphemes help content morphemes in a sentence. All right, so let's proceed. So they assist the content words in conveying messages and they only perform grammatical functions. That is just their meaning. So these morphemes are limited in number and are referred to as closed class items. That's why I numbered these closed class items. Closed class, nothing can be added to functional morphemes. I just listed example, even though I've mentioned some like the pronouns, conjunctions, preposition, conjunction, something like and, but preposition behind, below, under, before, behind, and so forth. So nothing can be added. Auxiliary verb was, is, are, nothing can be added to them. So you say these morphemes are limited in number. Yes, they are limited in number, means they are small, not like the open class that are numerous, and more will still be added. So these morphemes are limited in number and are referred to as closed class items because new items cannot be added to their class. They cannot be added. Examples of functional morphemes are a, the, in, yet, any, with, and many or lot more. But those lot more, as I say, something like his, is, uh, ours, themselves, itself, all those pronouns, nothing can be added to it. So thank you so much for watching my video. In my next teaching, I'm going to talk about bound morpheme. Bound morpheme are also called derivational morpheme, are also called dependent morpheme. Morphemes that cannot stand on their own. So watch out for my next video where I will discuss about this bad morpheme. So please, if you just stumbled on my channel, please kindly like my videos, kindly share my videos, kindly subscribe to my channel. Please refer your friends and your classmate or classmate to my channel because I deal with things that concerns examination, more especially WAEC, NECO, and JAMB and other related aspects. If you need help for WAEC, NECO, JAMB, NAPTEP, and other placement examination, kindly comment below. Say, English Master, help me. English Master, help me. Drop a comment and I'm going to help you. I will link up with you, connect with you, and make sure you come out with flying colors in your examination. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.